Hello and welcome everyone. The Hawkeye series looks to finally give Clint Barton his time to shine. In a story ripped right from the comics, Clint meets his student and friend Kate Bishop as they face down the Tracksuit Draculas in New York before coming home for the holidays. And we see one of the new characters being introduced as Maya Lopez, also known as Echo, who is a longtime hero in the comics. Echo is finally getting the live-action treatment that will lead into her own series following Hawkeye's season. But who is the new character? And what is she capable of? Let's find out. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's get started with the video. Echo first appeared in Marvel Comics in Daredevil issue 9 on December 1999. She first appeared as Ronin in the New Avengers. The Ronin identity was an attempt by writers to create a mystery after the Ronin character was depicted on several comic book covers, including issues of the New Avengers. Maya Lopez was a young girl when her father Willie Crazy Horse Lincoln was killed by the famous villain Kingpin. Crazy Horse dies, leaving a bloody handprint on Maya's face and a last dying wish that the Kingpin raises Maya well. Kingpin honors his dying wish, caring for her as his own daughter. Believed to be mentally disabled, Maya is sent to an expensive school for people with learning disabilities. There, she manages to completely replicate a song on the piano. She is subsequently sent to another expensive school for prodigies, and would soon be a gifted woman. Since becoming a hero, Echo has worked with the New Avengers under the name Ronin and has been a part of significant events like World War Hulk and Secret Invasion. While she isn't as famous as heroes like Black Panther and Thor, she has made a name for herself by being a reliable ally and capable fighter. In her time as a hero, she has also taken to the streets and joined other vigilantes like Moon Knight to stop more minor-scale threats. And we know that Moon Knight is getting his own Disney Plus series. Most recently, however, she has become the vessel for the Phoenix Force, which has granted her all of its abilities and placed her under the care of the Avengers. Like most heroes, Maya has died a few different times in the comics. On one of her deaths, she was resurrected by the Hand, which is the ninja organization that plagues Daredevil. Not only did they bring Echo back to life, but they also brainwashed her to kill their enemies. While in this trance, she managed to stab Doctor Strange, but fortunately Strange was also able to break her brainwashing. Talking about her origin in the MCU. In episode 3 of Hawkeye, we see a slightly altered version of this backstory, with a young Maya, pushed to live in both hearing and non-hearing worlds by her loving father. Unfortunately, her father, who was a figure in organized crime, was later killed by the vigilante Ronin in the years between Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, bringing her firmly into the business and giving her a grudge against Ronin, who we know in the MCU was none other than Hawkeye himself. Talking about her powers and abilities, Maya Lopez is an Olympic-level athlete possessing photographic reflexes or the uncanny ability to perfectly copy other people's movements, similar to that of the Taskmaster. Just by watching other people, she has become a concert-level pianist, a strong martial artist, a highly skilled acrobat, and a gifted ballerina, and on one occasion even piloted a Quinjet for a few minutes. In addition, she has also gained Daredevil's acrobatic abilities and Bullseye's uncanny aim after watching tapes of their fights. Along with great potential, deafness gives great drawbacks. Her absolute reliance on visual cues renders her helpless in the dark, and her ability to communicate by reading lips prevents her from taking oral commands and communicating with people who are wearing masks or are not in direct visual contact. When she initially meets the Avengers in the comics, Captain America has to repeat all of Iron Man's questions for her. It has since been established that Echo actually can read lips from some distance or with the corner of her eye, even if the talker is wearing a mask in case the mask is thin enough. Now let's discuss a few of her weaknesses. While Echo can copy any move and read lips with great skill, she isn't without weaknesses. The most apparent weakness she has is her limitations as a non-superhuman. Without the Phoenix Force, Echo is subject to the same wear and tear as any other hero of her caliber. That being said, she typically overcomes these limitations thanks to her internal fortitude. A more apparent weakness, however, involves her deafness. While she is an expert lip reader, she solely relies on her vision. As a result, being in the dark, where it's more difficult to see, leaves her vulnerable to attacks. Fortunately, Echo is one of Marvel's smartest and most capable fighters, meaning she would rarely place herself in a situation that leaves her vulnerable. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.